Man's capacity to be his own worst enemy is limitless. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. Carl Jung. The human mind is a complex labyrinth, housing a mix of our conscious thoughts and unconscious drives. At the core of this intricate landscape lies a concept introduced by Carl Gustav Jung, a leading figure in the realm of psychoanalysis. His groundbreaking theory of the shadow has transformed our understanding of the human psyche. By delving into these uncharted territories of our personality, we can embark on a transformative journey towards self-discovery, authenticity, and personal growth. The use of the word shadow wasn't chosen unintentionally. Jung was always adept at illustrating complex ideas in a visually understandable manner. He utilized mental imagery to create anchors with concepts already familiar to human cognition. The shadow is dark and elusive. It is impossible to catch. Its size can alter depending on your position in space, and it is ubiquitous whenever light is present. Another crucial point to consider is that the shadow itself, due to the darkness that it forms and the distance it creates from the physical body of a person, becomes something not many people are eager to connect with. And this is one of the major ideas associated with the Jungian shadow. Although we usually see the shadow as an integral part of our existence, most of us are willfully blind to its existence. Our dark side is concealed or camouflaged in a painful attempt to protect an image that fits the narrative we decide to espouse. Through social conditioning, we construct a facade that can keep the substrate of our constructed identity stable so that we can continue to feel safe. However, safety is ill-defined in that space we inhabit. How can one feel safe when there is so much unknown territory out there that can, at any given point in time, convulse the foundations of our fragile constitution? A person is as free as their mind allows, and if the mind creates barriers between the reality of the person and the reality of the rest of the world, delusion and neurosis could take over. For instance, when you see people operate in a state of enforced ignorance that attempts to preserve a certain status quo, then the shadow can only grow bigger. Enforced ignorance allows the shadow to take over since the individual is incapable of controlling it because he or she is not even aware of its existence. We can't control what we don't understand. The 20th century is full of examples where a conglomeration of strong individual shadows has influenced the collective unconscious. All the wars, regime changes, and instabilities in the fabric of society are a result of different religions, dogmatisms, and ideologies attempting to impose their beliefs and desires upon the populace by taking advantage of the burgeoning shadow element. We couldn't really prepare ourselves for such a combustible chain of events. Our proclivity towards adaptability by adopting an experimentation-oriented philosophy can lead to unavoidable calamities that somehow orient us towards what is best for our nature. Psychology was still in its infancy, and the myriad of prejudices and biases we still encounter amongst our fellow humans were considered more or less a norm. Very few of us could explore the darkest aspects of our psyche in order to achieve inner balance and mental freedom. Central to Jung's analytical psychology is the shadow, signifying the hidden and darker facet of our personality. This unconscious entity, formed during our early developmental stages, holds our repressed desires, undeveloped potential, and unfulfilled aspirations. The shadow exhibits itself through projections, dreams, fantasies, and immediate emotional reactions. The shadow can manifest in our day-to-day interactions, particularly in our interpersonal relationships. It can display itself as immediate aversions or attractions towards certain people, often because they reflect traits that we unconsciously reject or embody in ourselves. Recognizing this concept can lead to profound personal growth. The process of working with the shadow involves exploring these darker aspects, understanding their origins, and finding ways to integrate them into our conscious life. This integration can reduce internal conflict, enhance our ability to connect with others, and unlock our unexplored talents and creative energies. Ignoring the shadow can lead to projection and tension in relationships, internal conflicts, psychological imbalances, and stagnation in personal growth. The impacts can be seen in our career choices, interpersonal dynamics, emotional well-being, and physical health. Embracing our shadow involves a series of steps: self-reflection and acknowledgement, exploration and understanding, acceptance and integration. Each step comes with its challenges, including resistance to self-discovery, emotional turbulence, difficulty in acceptance, and integration into daily life. Integrating your shadow can lead to greater self-awareness, improved relationships, unleashed creativity, and emotional resilience. By acknowledging and integrating these hidden aspects, we can achieve a greater sense of integrity and authenticity. Jung's concept of individuation refers to the process of becoming aware of oneself, integrating the unconscious with the conscious, and fully realizing our unique potential. It is about achieving a deep and authentic understanding of self-realization and aligning the inner self with the broader rhythms of life. The ideas of Friedrich Nietzsche and Soren Kierkegaard, prominent philosophers, have greatly influenced our understanding of self-integration. Nietzsche's concept of the Übermensch and Kierkegaard's emphasis on personal choice and responsibility closely align with the journey of integrating the shadow. Eastern philosophies like Taoism and Buddhism offer profound insights into the process of self-integration. The Taoist concept of yin and yang and Buddhism's emphasis on the middle way teach a similar concept of balance, advocating for a path of moderation and avoiding the extremes of self-denial and self-indulgence. The journey to embrace our shadow is a transformative path towards being our true selves. It's about acknowledging our shadows as sources of untapped potential, strength, and authenticity. This journey, though complex and filled with challenges, is laden with opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Embracing our shadow is not about striving for an ideal state of perfection. It is about harmonizing our inner world. This process enriches our personality, expands our emotional spectrum, and enhances our capacity for empathy and understanding. The rewards of this integration are manifold, leading to a life that is not only more authentic but also more fulfilling and vibrant. Embark on this journey of personal exploration and integration. The path is not always easy and requires courage and honesty, but the rewards are invaluable. Remember, this journey is deeply personal and unique to each individual. The key is to remain open, curious, and compassionate with yourself as you navigate this path. He who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself does not become a monster. And if you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you. Friedrich Nietzsche. This statement captures the essence of this transformative journey towards self-discovery and realization, where facing our shadows leads us to find our true light.